to the plot, and I can transcend time and space. Also, I'm coming after you. You can figure out the rest. Have fun.
One Night at Flumpty's, made by Jonachrome of Riddle School fame, was released almost 8 years ago. It was elected to be part of the Fazbear Fanverse initiative. So, did Jonachrome scramble it? Or did he make the excellent game? So, do you want the story? This is the story. That's the whole story. Alright, time to start the game. Let's press play. The gameplay of One Night at Flumpty's 1 is extremely similar to that of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. You have 2 doors to defend yourself, each having a button for closing the door and one to light up the hallway. And, just like FNAF 1, you also have your handy dandy camera. Of course, you use these to check whether or not the characters are close. Every camera has a different, unique view on it, which is very obvious if you've ever played any FNAF game. And if you haven't ever heard of Five Nights at Freddy's, stop lying! There's also one more mechanic that I just can't talk about yet.
Right now we're at McDonald's, and it is currently 3 in the morning, and we just found out when you come to McDonald's at 3 in the morning, you can order the Among Us.
Each character has their own way to get into the office and try and end your night. Flumpty, for example, teleports to any room possible. That also includes your office. The only time he can strike is when your camera is up. Birthday Boy Blam takes a straight path to your office. He goes from Cam 1 to Cam 4, and finally Cam 2B. He changes into his Kevin Jr. form when he's about to attack. The only time he can kill the player is whenever the right door is open too long. The Beaver sits in camera 6. When he runs out of toilet paper, he will come charging into the office from camera 2B. You only have a few seconds to react before he kills you. So he's basically Discount Foxy. The Red Man covers any camera he's in with static. You won't be able to tell if any other characters are in that camera as a downside. He also plays a very faint sound when he moves, reminiscent of liquid pouring out of a bucket. Finally, the mechanic you've all been waiting for, Grunkfist the Clown. At the tail end of 3 AM, Grunkfist gets closer and closer to you every time you flip up the camera. You can tell how close he is from killing you by looking at all the eyeballs in the pit in camera 5. While still staying close to home, Jonachrome somehow managed to make this feel way different from the first FNAF game, but making it similar enough to not alienate new players. One Night at Flumpty's 1 is full of expressive characters and faces. Nothing like this could be pulled off in a FNAF game, as they're all 3D instead of 2D drawn art like Jonachrome uses. Most people probably don't know that Jonachrome set a limitation with the colors. He went out of his way not to use any greens, except for the UI, so that's why there's a blue cactus on your desk. The art at the end of the game is also pretty fun too. Jonachrome can also create some pretty disturbing stuff, like these. I have one more category to get to before the final ranking. Well, Bubbleheads, just you and me. Some objects make funny noises when you press them.
Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 bark, 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 bark. I'm a cactus. I'm a cactus.
It's a lot like when you press Freddy's nose, but dumber. Of course, when you die, you get jump scared, and then you get the game over screen after some static, which has some pretty good wordplay. When you win, you don't reach 6 a.m., you reach ham. And then you get the roll call. The beaver has knives for feet for some strange reason. And no one ever goes in Cam 5 for some reason. New to the mobile version is a hard-boiled mode, a harder version of the original game. It even comes with its own unique phone call. If played backwards, it sounds like this. It's pretty neat. Also, when you beat hard-boiled mode, you get a star in the title screen. I did this once, but I deleted the game for space. And I'm not doing it again. It was too hard the first time.
This girl was like, "You're just so down to earth. You're just so human."
Overall, One Night at Flumpty's 1 is a really well-balanced and fun game to play, with many unique ideas and concepts to set it apart from the original Five Nights at Freddy's. Although it was made as a joke, there was actual effort put into this joke game, which is something you don't see a lot when joke games are made. So what out of 10 am I giving Flumpty's? It gets a 7 out of 10. Thanks to its unique style and visuals, it set itself apart from all other FNAF fan games, leaving an example to be followed for later games. And even though the creator isn't a good person, that means the game he made doesn't have to be bad as well. I'll always hold the Flumpty series in a special place in my heart. I've basically grown up with these characters, and I love all of them. Except for the beaver. I don't really like that guy. I will be reviewing the second game as well, but don't be expecting that to come out anytime soon. I put a lot of work into these videos, and it takes a long time to make them. So if you could, can you maybe subscribe? I'm not forcing you to, but it would be nice. Like the video too if you liked what I made. Maybe leave a comment on how I'd improve it or something. I don't know. I'm not good at YouTubing. If you liked the One Night at Flumpty series, check out the video on the left. If you want to see something completely random that YouTube chose for you, click the one on the right. See you next time!